This episode of the Rantcast is brought to you by INDACLOUD. INDACLOUD is your fully legal online cannabis dispensary. They've got feel-good gummies, exotic flower, premium pre-rolls, and now even higher intensity, zero sugar THC soda. Everything's federally legal, hemp THC, DEA certified, lab tested, and shipped discreetly, which I can appreciate. If you're 21 or older, go to indacloud.co and use code LEWIS, L-E-W-I-S, for 35% off the entire month. That's indacloud.co, code LEWIS, for 35% off, shipped discreetly to your door. Enjoy responsibly.
This could all go horribly wrong at any minute.
Hello there, and welcome to the 253rd edition of Lewis Black's Rantcast, entitled From Rockford to Gary. Yep, that's where I was this week, and I don't really believe that Sartre or Camus really understood existentialism, because they'd never been on the road from Rockford to Gary, where really I believe is where the heartbeat of existentialism is. It's where you can really feel what it is like, as opposed to it being some sort of theoretical concept that's a sense of ennui, but really deeper, a sense of being separated from, it was, from reality, I guess, being unable to comprehend, feel the totality of what is around you. And as many would say, you're supposed to live in the moment, and existentialism. God, sometimes my mouth just doesn't work, and I'm tired of it. That existentialism is really not in the moment. You are kind of separated from that moment, you're looking through really a glass, almost, some sort of fog, almost as if it's cataracts on reality. That's what one may say. Where in The Stranger the Sun is what forced the shooting in that. But I'm going on, and a lot of you could give me a shit about this. But it's that kind of a moment, really. I think you begin to understand when they're going to the voting booth that they might feel that sense of detachment. And so when it comes to voting for someone, at times they may not give a shit. And Rockford, of course, is in Illinois, and Gary's in Indiana. Gary, Indiana. Gary, Indiana. I could sing that for you. It's from the music band, and I'm really hesitating to talk about what happened this week, because there's just so much again and so little, and it's appalling. I also could have called this actually in memory of Catherine O'Hara, and remarkably funny, and a woman is an actress, and I imagine as a person. I'm sad I really never got to meet her. And truly a loss, truly a stunning loss. Her work was exceptional, and her sense of comedy, and so I've gone back at this time to watch her in Schitt's Creek, and she's just so good in it, and really a level of comedy you don't see too often. Just so fucking smart. So, and the show is too. If you've not watched it, well worth your time. It's smart comfort food. It's a great place to get away and refresh yourself, to wake up the next day and watch whatever other bullshit is going to be coming at you from wherever the source is. Be it print, be it your phone, be it the TV, be it just the neighbor across the hall saying, "Did you fucking believe what happened?" And no, just get there, or watch it, or spend some time, if you've not watched her, watched the studio. God damn, that makes me laugh hard, as did she. It's really worth your time. And both is my, as people seem to be calling it palate cleansers. And I call them, it's a good way to scrub down the brain. And I don't really say that. I've just said it now for the first time. I'll never say it again. And, and it's not just people that I feel that the title be in memory of, because that seems to be just kind of over and over again. Someone leaves, as I've said before, but in memory of all the things that we were possibly losing, like, voting rights. Yeah, you think so? Yeah, possibly. As they plowed into Atlanta, Georgia, supposedly the FBI to pick up copies of all the things that were down there, and that in terms of voting, all the stuff there. I'm not gonna, that they were supposed to grab onto, but they took the originals, so we will have no fucking clue. And I'm not usually a conspiracy theorist, but that's the dots are already connected, so we'll see. They've been told 100 times that what happened in that county, that they were counted legitimately, that he lost the election. Shut up, Lewis. There's no need to go through it again. It doesn't matter. Those who don't want to believe it, don't believe it. Those who do believe it. And those, they went through the count of, shut up. It's so they'll be in memory of diversity, in memory of measles. Not measles, but vaccines, in memory of science, in memory of the universe, in memory of climate change, in memory, ad infinitum. So be it. And so shut up, Lewis, and we'll finish up with, I think this kind of clarifies everything. Conspiracy theorist Candice Owens, posting on X, demanded to know why the temperature is 30 degrees for the ice on our treetops is not melting at all. Some of Owens' followers blame secret government geoengineering programs. Others noted that 30 degrees is below 32 degrees, water's historical freezing point. Yeah. So why isn't it melting? And there's a conspiracy behind that. Did she flunk science? Is that the problem we're having? I've said it time and again. That Bunsen burner scared the fuck out of so many in that I didn't like taking chemistry, all right? But do I believe they can find shit out? Yeah. Yeah, I do. You put ferrous iron filings in with sulfur, and you burn it, and it smells like rotten eggs. That's it. That's science. That's the deal, okay? And many people smell, was in this country was the rotten eggs, and they've been waiting a long time to get back. It's scientists for that and the rest of us. So let measles reign. Let measles reign. And so it goes. Really have a great Super Bowl weekend. Enjoy every moment of it. It's going to be just a treat. I probably believe that Seattle wins, so the betting money should be, by many of you, going the way that I have done so far in most of my choices when it comes to gambling. I would say that, bet on New England. And now that I've said that, maybe you shouldn't at all. I'm doing a lot of things with squares, where the number, it's 13 to 6 at the end, it's of that half, and you have 3 and 6, you win some money. And that's the way I do it. It's like, that's it. And then I don't have to worry about who wins the game. But I lean towards Seattle because I'm as much as Drake may, I may like him because he went to the University of North Carolina. He's played really great. Don't like New England. It's I'm not a Robert Kraft fan. And a lot of my friends come from up there, and I love that part of the country. But fuck them. I'd like to have seen some other teams in there, but what are you going to do? you enjoy every minute of it. Enjoy Bad Bunny, who did a terrific job the other night in accepting his award. And, he spoke pretty much up when he was just great. He spoke in Spanish, except for one sentence. It's about as political as you could possibly be at this point in time. Probably sent people just, why did you do that? Why did you speak in Spanish? Because he's from Puerto Rico. All right. Enough's enough. I want to thank all the folks who came out in Rockford and Gary. Seriously. I got a lot out of both nights, and I hope you did, and I hope you enjoyed it. And for those who didn't, there's nothing I can do. All right? Nothing I can do to make it all better, except tell you that, if you have trouble with my humor, just, you don't have to come. Okay? And I'm sorry if you feel I'm not even-handed enough. Okay? Because I do try to be. And I started the second when I got to Gary. I really kind of figured out how to deal with that. Just face it head on from the beginning. And if you're coming out to Battle Creek, Michigan, look, the way it's going to be is I'm just going to drag you through it. I'm going to put you on my back and drag you through it. And that's what I got from here. So, Rockford, Gary, thank you for coming out in that shit weather. And no matter what, just the energy and the laughter you shared with me made it worth it. It's a privilege and a pleasure always to read these rants, and I want to thank everyone who has sent them in, and please continue to send more. Please do that, and I will continue to read them. And they get better and better as we get crazier. Take care of each other. Thank you. Oh my God, I forgot to mention, it's Sammy's birthday. It's his very first birthday, and he's smarter than I am. It's really disturbing. I try to get him in here to do little stuff with me, and he hates being on this chair with me. And I think he wants a better camera, or at least that's what he's negotiating for. Happy birthday, Sammy. You prick.
I'm going, but you keep...
There you go. Hey.
Oh, you got it. Sammy, come back over here.
Sammy.
The fireplace is good.
Ooh. This episode of the Rantcast is brought to you by INDACLOUD. If it feels like the same 3 days on repeat, congratulations, my friend. That's not burnout. That's just February. February always sneaks up on us mentally. Suddenly group chats are louder. Plans feel mandatory. And everyone wants a vibe. And if you try to do it the old-fashioned way and just push through it by pretending you have the energy for it, that's just a bad idea. INDACLOUD is your fully legal online cannabis dispensary. They've got feel-good gummies, exotic flower, premium pre-rolls, and now even higher intensity, zero sugar THC soda, which are great if you want to relax without waking up the next day thinking, did I even get rest last night? Everything's federally legal, hemp THC, DEA certified, lab tested, and shipped discreetly, which I can appreciate because February does not need more documentation. One INDACLOUD soda later and your brain can stop freelancing. Same chill, zero alcohol, and none of that I overshared emotionally after. You know what I like to do though is I like to take those gummies for a good night's sleep. Because I got trouble getting my brain to just shut the up. INDACLOUD has gummies for stress relief, THC sodas for a smooth social buzz, pre-rolls for the nightly decompression moment and $70 ounces because adulthood is already expensive enough. If you're 21 or older, go to INDACLOUD.co and use code LEWIS, L-E-W-I-S, for 35% off the entire month. That's INDACLOUD.co, code LEWIS, for 35% off shipped discreetly to your door. And it's the only relationship this February that definitely won't break up with you. Enjoy responsibly. And a major thank you to INDACLOUD for supporting this show and keeping laughs within reach. I used to believe I was American. Mr. Black, Lee Greenwood can kiss my wrinkled old balls. Proud to be an American. What the fuck are you talking about? El Presidente is such an insecure little bitch that he forced someone to give him a medal he's incapable of earning himself. Wowie fuck wow. And I thought I had no shame. Holy fucking fuck. I once did and I believe it was a food show, of all things, a convention in which foods were being discussed. I think it was a food show. And it was, I opened, I think, it was me and Lee Greenwood. I wish I had that on tape. I wish I had a lot of the stuff that I did before I was, when I was just starting to make it. I wish I had it on tape. Audrey Swenson has sent in the following about the single worst people in the history of the planet Earth. Ranked 5. Middle-aged, middle-class, stay-at-home moms. They just create things to waste time on. A protest of gluten or peanuts in schools, all the way up to the merits of, insert the latest protest here. 4. Travel sports. Little Jimmy shows an ounce of talent. He really just got lucky on that fly ball. And immediately it is bankruptcy for the parents to be part of a travel team where Jimmy hits last because he doesn't have the latest $500 bat and matching $500 glove in some obnoxious Bat Bros colorway scheme. Wow. 3, car salesman. Let's take a degenerate gambler, juice his habit with commissions, and zero automotive knowledge, even less integrity, and have him talk to Mrs. Smith about how this POS Hyundai that cost $70,000 is going to last her the full 84 months that she's paying on the damn thing. 2, Hitler. Fairly obvious. Fairly obvious. And finally, number 1, people who ride, this is extraordinary, in the lane on the highway that is about to be merged until the absolute last minute. Are they truly stupid, self-centered, arrogant? Yes to all. I truly hope each and every one of those asshats kicks a door jam every morning and steps on approximately 13 Legos barefoot throughout their day. Every day until they ultimately die from running out of merge lane space before they hit that silly bumper truck thing. Audrey, that is the first time in a while I've read anything about the folks who don't merge properly on the highway, and the fact that Hitler was second is really is stunning. Thank you for sending that in. Jim Stolla. I'm an old fuck. At 77, I feel your pain. I don't dye my hair. I really don't have enough left to dye. Or have six-pack abs like those old guys on the internet ads. Seems like every pair of pants I put on migrate down like those kids that wear the waistline of their pants below the hips. I also try not to have the waistline right under my chest. I mean, if you pull down your zipper, you only expose your fucking belly button. How can you take a piss in a public men's room if you have to pull down your fucking pants to take a leak? So, about a year ago, After seemingly perfect health, I had to have open heart surgery. Afterwards, while I was recovering, I had a handicapped parking placard so I could park close to entrances. This is where I really started to get pissed off. And not to segue off into a complete digression, but the placards specifically state that they should not be displayed while your fucking vehicle is in fucking motion. Then why the fuck do people drive around with their goddamn placards dangling from their rearview mirrors? For fuck's sake, they're already impaired. Now they're obstructing their ability to see cars behind them. Can't they fucking read the goddamn shit that's on the placard? Plus, if I wanted to hijack somebody's car at a stoplight, I would look at a disabled person's placard and think, let's take that fucker's car. But, getting back to my real rant about disabled parking spots, I've noticed I had to walk, having to stop to catch my breath to get a shopping cart to lean on while I'm shopping. Sure, I have a walker, but how the fuck am I supposed to shop with a fucking walker? Where do I put my groceries? Up my ass? So I'm done shopping and take my cart that I've been dependent on to do my shopping. I struggle to get the groceries in the car. Now I'd like to return the cart, but the cart returns at 3 fucking aisles over. So what the fuck? I've had a habit of just leaving the fucking cart in the middle of the fucking parking lane and just pointing to my handicapped placard to the people beeping their fucking horns and giving me the finger. Learn to respect the elderly. You'll be here a lot sooner than you think. Truer words, Jim. Truer words. You turn that corner and you go, fuck. Wow. Thank you, Jim Stolla. Thank you. From John Freedom. If that's your last name, that's really something. I live in a self-proclaimed Democratic/liberal portion of the Wyoming Valley in the northeastern part of Pennsylvania. Moronic people here claim staunch anti-Republican beliefs and by far are mostly registered Democrats, but wholeheartedly and unknowingly practice conservative ideas. These politically contradictory assholes support guns, are pro-life, oppose big government, despise high taxes, oppose government financial freebies, and enjoy traditional family values. What a bunch of fucking politically dyslexic idiots. Thank you. And thank you, John Friedman. Thanks for your little remark there. I didn't want to really throw that out because then it just incites others to go, what's wrong with Mr. Freedom? Well, thank you for sharing that. And I didn't realize that's what was going on up there, but that's just, so then who do they vote for? John, do they elect a Democrat? Ah, well, who knows? Let me know at some point. From Sarah Briggs, greetings and salutations, Lewis. As I sit here watching the news, waiting for the blizzard to start in upstate New York, I find myself genuinely pissed off. Another shooting by the feds in Minnesota. I've been on this godforsaken earth for almost 46 years. I've seen and lived through some serious shit in that time. From sitting in my kindergarten classroom watching the Challenger explode, the 96 Olympic bombing, Tim McVeigh, the Unabomber, 9/11 and everything in between, to where we are now. It's fucking nauseating. But what really burns my ass is a statement I made about the state of the world and that I truly meant it. A little clarification before the aforementioned statement. I was married to a great man whom I lost in 2016. We tried to have a family, but it wasn't to be. It broke my heart that I couldn't do the one thing a woman should be able to do. And this leads me to what I had said about this shitstorm we are living in. How fucking disgusting is it for me to admit that I am now relieved that 7 pregnancies were 7 miscarriages. I can't wrap around my brain bringing a child up in the world. I came to the sick realization that my generation is most likely the last generation that has a chance of dying of old age rather than a nuclear war. What in the holy fuck has happened that we just don't give a fuck about anything anymore? I see the worst of society every day at work. Taking care of children who were so badly mistreated they now require 24/7 skilled nursing. I have enough life experience under my belt to understand that with some people, the best part of them ran down their father's nuts. But we have reached unprecedented times. I think I'm going to shut off the news now, roll a blunt, and watch a few Mel Brooks movies. I suggest the rest of the country does the same. Ooh, that's pretty intense, Sarah, and I'm really sorry for all of those losses. And, I don't think that you may be right. I just don't think, I think the next generation lives to old age, and the generation after that lives to old age, and just to make them feel as shitty as we have felt. And thanks for taking care of those children. It's truly extraordinary. Unbelievable what's going on, Sarah. Unbelievable. Here's one from Joel Brussel. It's, I'm just going to do this and see what you think, because he gave it a shot. It's not a. It's an unusual rant, written as a sketch, really. Okay, Joel. And just because I'm reading it, I don't quit your day job. Okay, but maybe you do have it as a day job. I don't know. I'll shut up, Joel, and let you take over. Dear Mr. Lewis, are you sick of watching Shark Tank, smacking your head with your palm, only to yell, "Why didn't I think of that?" Or you catch a guy on the motivational circuit telling you how to live your life only because he became a world philosopher after he figured out a low-cost way to seal in the juices. Why didn't I think of that? I did notice I was getting migraines and mildly concussed from my head smacking frustration, but I figured this went with the territory. I got so sick of this that I dedicated a whole month of my life just sitting around brainstorming, so someone else, not me, could say, "Why didn't I think of that?" But I labored and dedicated a month of my life to brainstorming inventions. My leading candidates were an app smear to increase the digital download speeds for cervical cancer, selling advertising space on vomit bags in airplanes, and finally the KKK Snuggie head-to-toe hooded garb to sell to Imperial Grand Wizards for those chilly Alabama nights when it's hard to get the fire started on the cross. Then shortly after these failures, I had my aha moment. In the words of the famous Chinese twins, Chang and Ang, if you can't beat, co-join them. I realized my real invention was, why didn't I think of that protective foam headgear to shield your noggin when you smack it after seeing an invention you should have come up with? Each why didn't I think of that comes with a bottle of Tylenol, customized to where you are on the spectrum, for the headaches, and a foam football-like helmet to cushion our brain from the does and oh mother of gods, yes, I'm tired of burning my lips with hot coffee moments. Year to date, I have sold 5 why didn't I think of that in Bed Bath & Beyond. I mean, way the fuck beyond. The kind of beyond where you pamper yourself into eternity with lavender powder and non-meth bath salts. I'm already working on an additional line of headgear called Am I Really a Fucking Atheist? Which is a metal helmet that you wear when people say, yeah, but would you really feel that way if someone put a gun to your head? It not only protects your brains, it can reinforce tenuous religious beliefs. Mr. Lewis, I'm very excited about tapping the potential of the atheistic headgear market. Good luck with all of that in the atheistic headgear market. I hadn't really thought of that one. Wow. Joel, I appreciate it. Seriously. I really do. Thank you. And an interesting way to rant about Shark Tank and the inability to come up with that great invention. Some of them do. Every time you see one of those fuckers on TV now, one of the ones sitting on a panel, kind of you advertising one of those products, and you go, fuck, I can't. And then you forgot the bang in your head. You didn't forget, but it's, something else is that bang in your head. You go, how the fuck did they sell that? Boing. All right. Thanks to all of you for listening to my Rantcast. If you have a rant you want to get off your chest, send it in to me at lewisblack.com/live. You can think of it as therapy, or whatever you want to think of it as. Just let it rip. And I want to thank the true stars of our show, the ranters, and the splendid rants they gave us. Lewis Black's Rantcast was created and hosted by me, Lewis Black. Our live rant audio was produced by James Salter. Our theme song by Chris Lane. Executive producer, Ben Brewer. Executive producers, Matt Kleinschmidt and Robert Kelly.